Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The School of Love. My name is Maria and I am helping people discover their inner potential for love towards themselves and towards the others. Today I invite you to a new episode from the series How to Change Something You Would Like to Change in 3 Simple Steps. At least in my opinion there are 3 simple steps. And this has a little bit the aura of an advice turning towards the so-called law of attraction. And as a researcher, as a scientist, and someone being very deeply, very solidly anchored into the reality due to my profession as a teacher, I do not tend to talk so much about the law of attraction, but I think it's important to understand the basic principle this rather new age people are proclaiming or propagating or representing, which is what you focus on attracts your attention. So where you put your focus on is where your mental energy, your emotional energy goes to, and this is where also your mental energy goes to. So it is very important to be aware of this. So in these 3 little steps, 3 simple steps, at least simply in my opinion, I teach you, I show you how to change the direction of your life, particularly in those moments when you feel stuck or when you feel at a crossroads. And crossroads are crossroads for reason. This means you are in an impasse. You are in a situation where you don't know how to move any further, and you know you have to move further because you cannot stay stuck there forever. And not making a decision is a decision in itself. So not making a choice is a choice in itself, and it's not a good one. It's never good to procrastinate decisions for as long as it is humanly possible, with the hope that someone else will take the decision for you. It's never a good idea, it's never a good strategy. It is always better to try to have as much control as possible in the areas where you can have some sort of control, and making decisions is one of those areas. So back to today's episode, how to change the direction of your life in 3 simple steps. So the first step is awareness. Become aware of the fact that you are stuck or that you are in a situation which you don't like. So becoming aware and becoming comfortable with that awareness, because we are not aware of things because we do not like to be aware. We do not like what that awareness shows us. This is the reason. We avoid becoming aware of something because we know deep down that becoming aware will show us things we don't want to see. So becoming comfortable with that awareness that we are stuck and that we do not like the place where we are stuck, and then looking at potential options. When you look at your potential options, you'll see something else which you do not like, and this is the payoff, the reward, which comes on one hand with the lack of awareness, and which would disappear if you decide to do something else than what you are currently doing. And this is the second step. The second step is let go of that payoff. Let go of that implicit reward which comes with being stuck, being in that situation which you don't like, and you are fully aware that it's not good for you, but you prefer it to whatever else might be possible or might become possible. So let go of that reward. Let's say you are in an unhappy marriage or unhappy relationship, and you are in that situation for long enough that you come slowly to a point where it is not sustainable, it is not tenable anymore. And from my own experience and from what I have been observing around me, waiting until the breaking point is again never a good idea, because that decision will be made for you by some external instances and you won't like it. You know? So let's say you're in this unhappy relationship or unhappy marriage, or let's say you are in this toxic workplace, or in this toxic friendship, or in this toxic family environment. There is always a payoff which comes with you being stuck there. Otherwise, you'd have left long ago. Let's say in the unhappy marriage or unhappy relationship, you're not single. And in today's world, not being single is still seen as better as being single. So that is the payoff. That is the reward. Probably you don't even have intimacy anymore. You don't really like each other. Maybe you even hate each other, but you stay together because there is some sort of social validation which comes with not being single. Or let's say you're in a toxic work environment, and why do you stay there? For the money? Out of fear you won't find something better, or you won't find anything at all? Because you're used to it? Because it allows you to be at times toxic as well? Who knows? But this is the payoff. Let's say you stay in a toxic family environment, or toxic friendship. Why do you stay there? Well, maybe because with those toxic persons you can become toxic as well. You can release negative energy which otherwise you cannot release, or you would have to make an effort, like, I don't know, going to the gym, because you would have to become aware of how toxic you yourself are. That's the payoff. You don't have to become aware of things you don't like. You deep down know it's toxic, but by staying in a situation, you don't have to change anything. You don't have to become aware. You don't have to turn into something better or someone better. So this is the payoff, and letting go of that payoff, letting go of that reward, will leave a void behind, and the universe or the world or the human being, the human organism, nature, ecosystems and so on, they do not like voids, so they will have to fill it with something else. So either you will fill something similarly toxic, or you will fill it something better. And this is step number 3, set a new intention for the future. Because if you don't set a new intention for the future, even if you get away from that unfulfilling situation, toxic relationship, toxic marriage, toxic work environment, toxic family constellation, whatever, even if you get away from there, if you do not have a new goal for the future towards which you can work, then that void will be filled with something familiar. This is how it works. And sooner rather than later, you will find yourself stuck in a similar situation than the one you had just left, but maybe with different actors. So this is important, yeah? So become aware. Number 1, become aware that you don't like where you are. Number 2, let go of the payoff. Let go of the reward which comes with staying stuck. Yeah? Let go of whatever sort of validation or confirmation you're receiving. And number 3, set a new intention for the future, so that the void left by letting go through awareness is not filled automatically, sooner rather than later, by something familiar, where you might change the landscape or the actors, but the situation is more or less the same. So that would be for today. Thank you for listening to me, and I'm looking forward to welcoming you very soon again. Love and peace to you all.